Get live reports from the sidelines throughout our game. Follow Aaron Dugan on Twitter at AaronFox56.
Well, here, we have tons of time to talk.
He looks like he's already got his play called, and they're not going to call timeout. They're going to let him go at it.
10 seconds. Pick play. Got it!
Fox 56 Sports presents the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
The road to Hershey makes a stop at the Mecca Marks Hall in Pottsville, where tonight it's the PIAA Class AA playoffs as Columbia battles Mid-Valley. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Ide. If you want to make it to Hershey, you have to stop at the Mecca Marks Hall, and that's exactly what Mid-Valley will do tonight. Joining me courtside for all the action is my partner, Doug Walsh. Let's talk about the Spartans, winners of 10 of the last 11. They'll get a test tonight against the Columbia team that's very guard-oriented. Derek Sheckard is their leading scorer. Brad Kalinowski gets that assignment.
Well, Brad Kalinowski's a sophomore. He averages 5 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. His job tonight, though, is going to be on the defensive end. He wants to try to slow Derek Sheckard down. I don't think he can stop him, but they want to slow him down as much as they can.
A lot of these Spartans players have picked up their game in the playoffs, but this offense runs through Jason Kenney.
Jason Kenney, senior, what can you say about him? 21 points a game he averages, plays the most minutes. He needs 36 points to get to 1,000, so if he can get his average and they can win tonight, he's got a shot at reaching that milestone.
Last year at this time, Mid-Valley lost to Constitution. If they can win tonight, it will make school history by moving on to the third round of the PIAA playoffs. To do that, Doug, what does Mid-Valley have to do?
They're going to have to control the defensive glass, that's for sure. This is a scrappy bunch, Columbia. They get a lot of offensive rebounds. You're going to have to keep Hartman and Haldeman off the glass. Secondly, they're going to throw the ball inside to Kenney, see what he can do inside. If not, they're going to try to reverse it, see if Nemitz can get a wide open three on the inside-outside game. And lastly, and they're going to crowd the shooters. Columbia's had success versus zone of late. Mid-Valley's going to make them put it on the floor rather than stand there and shoot threes.
It's the PIAA Class AA playoffs from the Mecca in Marks Hall. It's Columbia in Mid-Valley. The starting lineups and the opening tip are on the way.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
We are back live at Marks Hall in Pottsville, awaiting tonight's state playoff game between the Columbia Crimson Tide and the Mid-Valley Spartans. Columbia comes in as the number 2 representative out of District 3. They started their tournament as the 10th seed and then went on a roll before losing to Trinity. Mid-Valley won their first ever District 2 title over Holy Cross. Here's the starting lineups for the Spartans of Mid-Valley, coming in 24-4. It will be Nemitz, Blackwell, and Kalinowski at the guard position. Kenney and Dan Wood are your forwards. For the Crimson Tide, 14-13 overall, very guard-oriented. Sheckard, Walton, Halterman are your guards. Warfel and Hartman are your forwards. And Doug, the first thing we want to do is compare them to somebody in District 2. Can you see a similarity between Columbia and anyone that maybe Mid-Valley had played this year?
Well, I think, and you said it before, Bob, it might be a Riverside team where they have a pretty good scorer in Sheckard. Riverside had Kinsel. They lack a little size. It's hard to believe that Mid-Valley would come in here and be a bigger team than their opponent, but they are with Wood and Jason Kenney inside. So I'd compare them. They're a scrappy bunch. They're never going to give up. A Holy Cross type team. Always going to be in the game. Always going to be diving on the floor and pounding the offensive glass. So
here's Mid-Valley's won 11 of their last 12. Excuse me. And here's some of their recent. Of course, they played 4 times against Holy Cross this year. We had them February 12th. Mid-Valley won that home game, and then Holy Cross beat them in the Division III championship, which gave them the top seed. But then those two met again February 28th, and it was a 4-point victory for Mid-Valley. And then in the first round of the playoffs, Mid-Valley takes care of Towanda pretty easily, 48-36.
Where they've won 11 of their last 12, Bob, and Holy Cross has played Mid-Valley in the last 3 or 4 years, maybe 15 or 18 times, and They flip-flop who won the district. They flip-flop who won the league. On any given night, one team can beat the other. So, I mean, that's their only loss in their last 12. But, you know, Holy Cross is a formidable opponent, so you would expect that.
Well, there is Jason Kenny, the leading scorer, senior. I mean, talk about Mid-Valley. They make a run last year. They have Przyslupski. You think it's a rebuilding year, but the seniors really came together and probably making history in Troop.
Well, you know, Mike Abd has done a great job, and Bob, it starts at the younger levels. They got Jackie Kelly down there and Bobby Galley at the JV level. You got Jerry Dempsey helping them out. You have to build this program from the ground up, and Mike Abd has done a great job in that. A lot of people don't understand that the youth programs and the 7th and 8th grade programs build up to this 8 o'clock game, this varsity game, and they've done a great job at that.
Columbia is under the direction of Matt Johns, his second season. He's 30 and 23 overall. He was a varsity assistant at Donegal. He also has some experience in the playoffs with Donegal. He was on the staff of Manheim Township High School for the last 15 years. So nice crowd from the Mid-Valley area representing the Spartans here tonight. Also Columbia, very small town in the Harrisburg area. They've really been on a roll, and boy, their seniors have come together as well. They'll start 4 seniors up front. Justin Walton, the only junior. They're a really scrappy bunch from the Crimson Tide, and should see a lot of 3-pointers put up from them tonight.
Well, you're absolutely right, Bob. Now, the last couple of games, they played against some huge opponents in Parkway and in Trinity. Sean Good is 6'10", and Jack Kevich is 6'8", 6'3". They're thrilled to play against a smaller team. They're going to try to shoot a lot of threes. You're right. Both teams are similar. They'll both shoot about 10 or 15 threes a game. I would imagine Columbia will shoot a few more. And you're right, seniors for Columbia, Sheckard, Hartman, Halterman, and Warfel in the 4 of the top 7. And for Mid-Valley, Kenny, Nemitz, Wood, Blackwell. You can't teach that experience.
So both teams around the court have been introduced, and we are ready for basketball here. So there won't be a national anthem. It was played before the first game, a girls' game between Williams Valley and Lourdes Regional. We do know who this winner will play in advance on Saturday. It will be Conwell Egan. They defeat Mahanoy area tonight, 82-31. If you're looking for the ACC tournament, we'll join that in progress after tonight's game here on MyTV WQMY. So we know a couple girls teams, Dunmore and Holy Redeemer, have moved on in last night's game. Scranton Prep girls have already lost tonight, as I just said, Mahanoy area. We'll keep track of a couple other games from our area, including Loyalsock and Minersville, which just so happens to be on the other side of this bracket. So anytime you can play on this floor, it's very special. A lot of great players have come through here, Doug, and a lot of fantastic games, and we expect one here tonight. It is Mid-Valley and Kalinowski who will control the tempo and control the ball out front.
Man-to-man defense by Columbia, as expected.
Kenny with the missed good defense by Halterman. Well, that's his Walton. Over to Halterman. We'll try to introduce you to the guys. This is Sheckard.
Mid-Valley playing man-to-man as well.
Anytime it's a state tournament game, you got to get the jitters out. Mo Blackwell on the run.
Both teams will play up-tempo. They'll both try to run off their defensive rebounding.
Well, Mo Blackwell had a season game last time we saw them here on MyTV. 21 points against Holy Cross. So anytime you can get that distribution out from him, you would expect Mid-Valley to win.
Well, Blackwell's probably their best defender, but they give Kalinowski the assignment of guarding Sheckard.
And that was Austin Hartman, a 6'1" senior, averaging 10 points per game. Mid-Valley comes in with 58.2 points per game. They average around 12 assists, and we have a travel call on Kenny.
Good defense by Sheckard. He got his hand in there. Forced the turnover.
Mid-Valley's played very good defense down the stretch. They only give up 40 points per game. And they only gave up 36 and 33 the last 2 games they played in this season. The Tide, meanwhile, average around 55 points per game. But on their defensive side, they give up 53. They've been known to give up some big points throughout league play.
Well, when you play up-tempo, Bob, you give the other team more possessions because you score quickly. So the defensive number is going to be a little higher.
Knocked away from Nemitz. I would say this is going to be a very deliberate game on both sides, more on Columbia's side on the offensive end.
Well, they're going to struggle with Mid-Valley's size a little bit, especially on the perimeter. Mid-Valley playing man-to-man on the out of bounds underneath. Steal by Kenny. Great play.
Heads up, knocks it off of Halterman. Spartans get this possession.
Mid-Valley plays with an awful lot of confidence, Bob. They're here before, 4 seniors.
Mid-Valley in the blue and white. Columbia in the white, kind of maroon and gold.
Will run their set. More than likely, they'll end up going down into the post.
Nice job by Shecker to knock it away from Blackwell.
Jason Kenny and Mo Blackwell playing a little 2-man game on the right side of the floor. Your best scorers.
Kenny to the rack, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. 4 for Kenny.
Coach Abda wants Jason Kenny to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end tonight.
Should say that's Kenny's first field goal. Blackwell had the first one.
Mid-Valley won't mind if Kenny takes 15, 18, 20 shots tonight.
Walton had some room. This is Shecker. Little guy goes in against the bigs and lays it up.
Mid-Valley can live with that. They'd rather make them put the ball on the floor and drive it to the basket than stand out there and shoot threes.
Kenny has the smaller Sheckard on him. He didn't want to take him inside. Look for that mismatch now. Big height advantage for Jason Kenny. There's the switch into Warfel, who was a little bit bigger at 5'10" for Columbia. Blackwell, the left hand. 2 more for Mo Blackwell.
Looks like they're making a concerted effort to get Blackwell involved in the offensive end. He can score.
Hartman rolls through, can't get it to go. Blackwell running the floor. Little spinning in for Mo Blackwell. He's come to play again. He must like the lights of TV.
Mid-Valley again running off their defensive rebounding.
Mid-Valley is the visiting team due to the bracket. That's the way the bracket's set up, even though Columbia is the lower seed from District 3.
This half of the bracket's a little easier than the other half, Bob.
Oh yeah, we have Loyalsock playing Minersville tonight and Mass Street Charter Newark taking on the District 3 champs Trinity.
Yeah.
So they're gonna battle it out. And then this side, again, Commonwealth Egan won't be easy for whoever wins this game Saturday.
Yeah, but that other side is brutal, like you said.
It is. Loyalsock started the season as the #1 team in all of AA. No fouls called yet. Really no whistles at all. Sheckard picked up nicely by Kalinowski.
Kalinowski a little bit bigger than Sheckard as well.
Oh, blocked away. Wood with a rejection. Nemitz going to run. Block taken out of his hands.
Good hands by Kenny Halterman. Knocked it away from Nemitz. Good defense by Mid-Valley.
Sheckard, no good. Oh, nice up and in for Warfel.
There's the offensive rebound. Coach Abda shaking his head. We talked about this, guys. We got to keep them off the offensive glass.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 1.
Interesting checkered guard in Kenny, a huge size advantage for Kenny.
So with 1:54 remaining, we'll take a timeout on the floor. Spartans have come out and Mo Blackwell's feeling it. They're up by 2. Hometown Animal Hospital, located in Oliphant, is proud to support the Mid-Valley Spartans. Servicing your pets with care, Hometown Animal Hospital offers conventional and alternative medicine such as acupuncture and herbal medicines. Good luck, Spartans! So there is Mike Abda. I would say not a fast pace so far, but deliberate, Doug.
Yeah, I think it favors Mid-Valley, this pace, because they can defensive rebound and go with it.
Kenny working the boards, has 2 more. Jared Kashner, 6'2 junior, number 35, is in for the Crimson Tide.
Mid-Valley giving Columbia a taste of their own medicine with the offensive boards.
And Sheckard finds the aforementioned Kashner, and he lays it up and in.
Good job by Derek Sheckard penetrating and dishing.
Kenny and Blackwell called for a travel.
Yeah, I think he shuffled his feet a little bit.
Mike Abda talking to the referees. The referees tonight out of District 4, Gary Whiteman, Robert Lynn, Brian Jackson.
Jason Kenny guarding Justin Walton. Huge size advantage. Tough for Walton to get a 3-point look.
Looks like Columbia may be playing for that last second shot. Mid-Valley trying to overplay on defense. Oh, and it says...
I think it got tipped.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. It's Columbia's ball. Yeah. Referees come together. Looks like they're playing for the last shot, Doug.
Yeah, it did look like they were. It's an awful lot of time, though. 43 seconds is an odd one, and they started over a minute. That's a long time to hold the ball.
So this is what got them to the dance. Oh, what a feed from Kashner. Hartman unable to put it in. And he's playing tough defense on the other side.
34 seconds to go. It'll be interesting to see if Mid-Valley goes or tries to play for the last shot.
So Dan Wood will take a seat. Roman Crucifulli in for Mid-Valley, number 40. Columbia going to pick them up man-to-man, full court. Kalinowski downtown, got it!
I guess they're not playing for the last shot. That's not the way they play, though. They want to play up-tempo. Can't pass up that look that he had either. Wide open.
Hartman no good. Mid-Valley looks at the clock. Kenny down.
He knows exactly how much time is left. Yeah.
They would call for a foul up front. Actually, our first foul of the game. Gonna go against Sheckard.
You know, if you're Columbia, Bob, you really don't mind that foul because he was on his way to scoring with 1.4. And now this, here it is again, on his way. It's not a bad foul because now they only have 1.4. They got to get it up quick.
Crucifulli trying to get it up and in. They don't, but it's a very successful first quarter for the Spartans from Mid-Valley. They lead Columbia 13-8 after 1. Back it out there. Smargazi Construction offers every phase of construction, new construction, additions, remodeling, light excavation, roofing, decking, and much more. Call for a free estimate on your next project, 570-489-8435. There's Brad Kalinowski, hit that 3 down at the end, and 13-8 lead. And Kalinowski with a good hands. Bye-bye, Doug Walsh. Here's the Mecca Marts Hall. Class AA playoffs, second round.
Noah Tanner checks in, handling the ball for Mid-Valley. He's a gutsy little player.
Notice Kenny against the smaller Sheckard. Do you post him up?
I would think they should. I don't think they've recognized it yet.
It's going to go the other way. Kenny's a very good rebounder, 6.8 rebounds per game, so he may be out top, Doug, but he's going to go in. Sheckard has a disadvantage there.
Well, their first possession, they had a two-man game with Blackwell and Kenny on the same side of the floor. I'd like to see them go back to that because no way can Sheckard stay with Kenny down low.
Walton in the lane.
Yeah, Noah Tanner gives Kalinowski a break guarding Sheckard. Moved Kalinowski over to Walton.
And he picks up the first foul. Each team with one so far.
Kalinowski did a nice job on Sheckard. Not too often in high school you see two guys the size of Tanner and Sheckard.
Walton no good. Kashner's giving him some good rebounds. Can't get that one to go. Tanner weaving through. Knocked out of bounds, and it will remain. Oh, well, a foul on the floor.
Yeah, I think he drew the foul. You know, that's one of those, no, pull it out. Okay, nice job, because he's going to the foul line to shoot two.
So Tanner goes to the foul line, shoots 67%. He's only made 15 trips there so far tonight. Foul went against Austin Hartman. It's the team's second.
Plays with a lot of confidence. Good rotation on the foul shot. Got his hands spread. Two were perfect. Mid-Valley's defense is giving Columbia fits.
Walton has the lane. Deep shot by Jack Hess, who's checked into the game.
You know, Columbia has four guys that have shot over 25 threes this year, Hess being one of them.
They have 139 threes on the season, does Columbia. You would think, yeah, with their size disadvantage, that's what kept them in the games.
Yeah, you would almost have to be a three-point shooting team with their lack of size.
Walton, little 10-footer, good.
Nice pull-up jumper. Again, though, that's Mid-Valley's strategy, is make them put it on the floor and drive it.
Kenny now being guarded by the taller Kashner.
Well, now you got Chris Foley that should be posting up Sheckard down low. There he goes.
Tanner back of the rim, but Kenny's there again. Up and under. Hoop of the arm. Count it. Jason Kenny.
There's the long. Here it is again, the long shot, the long rebound. Kenny has his fourth offensive rebound. You get to the foul line if you offensive rebound and take the ball to the glass.
So Kenny goes for a forward free throw.
Mid-Valley beating Columbia at their own game with the offensive rebounding.
Hits that one. So the largest lead of the night now for the Spartans is 8. Knocked away from Halterman. Kalinowski, quick hands. And I think they're going to go out of bounds off of Kalinowski. Mike Gabda right in the official's grill.
I think Mike Gabda had the best look at it in the house. He was 2 feet away from it.
Halterman knocked away.
Well, Blackwell knocked the ball away before, and now Blackwell comes up with the steal. He's their best defender. Switching all screens. Werfel now on Kenny.
Sheckard is out of the game. Their leading scorer, a little travel on Tanner. And that didn't last long. Sheckard takes a quick breather and he comes in. Jack Hess takes a seat for Columbia.
Yeah, he can't sit too long. Only go 7 or 8 deep. You can't have your best player sitting too long. Just got to give him a rest. You know, with Kalinowski and Tanner playing defense like that on Sheckard, that tires you out.
Walton, little jumper, no good. Mid-Valley will look to run anytime they have a chance.
They'll run their high UCLA offense here. Spread the floor with one guy in the post. Run screens off the high post. Be patient, sooner or later you get it down low.
Kenny again. The foul. Oh.
Good job by Mid-Valley being patient on the offensive end. Taking their time, getting the mismatch down low with Kenny.
So the Kenny from the forward foul line. So we have a timeout on the floor. 18-10. Spartans with the lead.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV, WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
Call Frank Fatucci for all your contractor needs. Masonry, additions, siding, roofing, stucco, block, brick, and concrete work. Free estimates call today, 570-383-0987. So Mike Abda's team up 9 now. Jason Kenny back at the forward free throw line. And he puts the second one in for him. So 9 points for Jason Kenny, the leading scorer, and biggest lead of the night is 10 now for the Spartans.
Bob, credit Mike Abda and Mid-Valley and the coaching staff for getting the ball to Jason Kennedy as much as they can. He's probably the best player on the floor. You might as well use him.
Walton threw off his leg. Nothing going right for the Crimson Tide. And the defense, again, very stingy for Mid-Valley.
Yeah, Mid-Valley playing excellent defense this first half. It's got Columbia out of sorts.
Kalinowski will take it to the top of the floor.
Plays with a lot of confidence, a lot of experience for a sophomore.
Kenny and Sheckard getting into a little pushing match. Been going on all night long. This one's going to be called against the senior Sheckard. But Sheckard's a tough kid. You can tell he's at it again.
He's not going to back down. Let's see. One of each, little tit for tat. They got Sheckard.
Oh, it started well before that. It's been going on pretty much all game.
Well, when you were a smaller guy trying to guard a bigger guy, you got to kind of get every advantage you can. You knee him, you push him, you thigh him. That's what's going on with Sheckard and Kenny.
Well, Sheckard now has Kalinowski. Walton picking up Kenny, and this goes out of bounds. It stays Spartan ball underneath.
Good defense. Austin Hartman got his hand in there, knocked the ball away.
Nemitz knocked away from Walton. Gonna try to beat Kenny down the floor. He does. Walton's got 4 for Columbia. They're back within 8.
Yeah, it all started with the inbounds pass. It got away from Nemitz. Walton right there to pick him clean. Now the ball goes off Nemitz on the side.
Tanner back into the game as Nemitz takes the seat. And Columbia can cut into this Mid-Valley lead again. We're in Pottsville, the Mecca, Marks Hall. Class AA playoffs.
Now, if you're Columbia, you need a good set. Be patient on the offensive end. Get a good shot.
Warfel had it knocked away. And it's going to go the other way. An offensive foul called. It looks like against Kyle Warfel. It will. That'll be his first.
Yeah, he got a little, he moved a little bit on the screen. He did that last time and got away with it. They ticketed him for the foul this time.
Columbia just keeps trying to get into that paint, and Mid-Valley just keeps denying them.
2 minutes to go, and Mid-Valley will be shooting bonus now for the rest of the quarter.
Kenny spin it in. 11 for him.
He was struggling late on the offensive end, but he seemed to have found his form tonight. Last 3 or 4 games, he struggled from the offensive end.
Hartman weaves through. He gets his first field goal.
Columbia is having success on the dribble drive. They should try to stay with that. Mid-Valley needs to come over and play a little bit better help defense. Trying to post up Blackwell.
Columbia lost to Trinity in the District 3 playoffs. Kenny missed, but Johnny on the spot is named Danny Wood.
Offensive rebound again for Mid-Valley. That's their 7th or 8th offensive rebound, and they converted 3 or 4 of them for baskets. That's usually Columbia's bread and butter.
They're taking advantage of the size. Inside, Hartman blocked away. Downtown, Halterman got it for 3. Kenny Halterman, 34th three-pointer on the season. No foul called.
Halterman on the steal as well. He's got another look for 3.
Feeling it, no good. Sheckert gets the roll. 2 baskets in a row for Columbia, and the lead down to 5.
25 seconds to go in the half. I imagine Mid-Valley will shoot it with about 5 to see if they can get an offensive rebound. That's got to be in Tanner's hands.
Tanner in. They're going to count it. Jason Kenny to the hole. $13 for Jason Kenny. He'll go to the Ford free throw line.
He just looks as though he thinks that they can't stop him, doesn't he? He's just going strong to the hole, finishing and making foul shots.
And 4 for 4. Downtown Halterman can't get it to go. What a half for the Spartans for Mid-Valley. They're rolling over the Tide. The lead 27-19. When we come back, we'll talk to Chris Kaharski from the Mid-Valley Spartans Network. And then we'll have your second half action here on MyTV. Kenny cruising.
Welcome back to Marks Hall, everyone. Mid-Valley leads Columbia 27-19. We are at halftime, and joining me right now from the Mid-Valley Sports Network is Chris Kaharski. And Chris, the pace that Mid-Valley wants, Columbia got a little bit close, but again, it looks like Mid-Valley has the rebounding advantage and also the shooting advantage.
Well, that's why the Spartans' versatility makes them so dangerous in every aspect of the game. You saw some transition from them. You saw some half-court game. You saw them go inside. You know, I thought early they would try to get the ball to Mo Blackwell inside, but ended up transitioned by Blackwell that got them out early. But again, Jason Kenny just takes over a game sometimes, and that's what we saw from the first half.
He has 14 points in the game. Looks like, you know, their size advantage, they're really taking it, to making good use of it.
Yeah, and they've done such a good job on the defensive side as well. I mean, this is a team, Columbia, that hit 6 3-pointers in the first half of their first round game. Spartans held them to 1 in that first half. So I think the defense for Mid-Valley, they fed off that, and they've gotten the offense they've needed from everybody on the team.
Well, District 2 well represented once again. Last night you saw Scranton Prep go down to Imhotep Charter, a very good team out of Philadelphia. We thought Prep might have a chance in that game because they did play Roman Catholic earlier in the year at Parkland. Very tough. But they just didn't have it. Cavaliers had a good season, but Imhotep's very good.
Yeah, they had a great season. I mean, that was the number 3 and the number 4 team ranked in the state. You don't get too many second-round games like that. And Prep had it within 10 in the third quarter, and they just couldn't get it any closer. And Imhotep was so talented, especially their point guard, Duron Russell. He's only a sophomore. The kid looked like a Division I kid, and he was really good last night. And a great season for Andrew Kettle and the Cavaliers, but unfortunately it came to an end last night.
Well, we do have a couple girls teams left. They will play at Bethlehem Freedom on Friday. Class AA girls, Dunmore, Holy Redeemer. Boy, it looks like they may end up in the final next week.
Well, we've seen this from the girls before. If you remember several years ago, Dunmore and Mid-Valley were two of the best teams in the state. They met in the districts, they met in the league play, and then they met in the state playoffs. We could see that again from these two teams. They're definitely worthy of getting there. The Holy Redeemer and Dunmore girls, I'd love to see that rematch in the Eastern Final.
Scranton Prep girls lost tonight. They played very well. What about District 2 basketball overall? I know it's tough. You have a lot of charter schools, a lot of these private schools. There's a lot of debate on that. We don't have to debate it right now, but it's very difficult to move on in the playoffs, especially in basketball.
Yeah, I mean, again, you are running up against private schools that are basketball schools, and now the charter schools have entered the equation, and the PIAA is looking at that, but it's a tough sell because they are considered public schools. Is that going to change anytime soon? I don't know. Dr. Lombardi, the executive director of the PIAA, has discussed it. They would like to make some changes, but a lot of things have to happen for that. But District 2 basketball is alive and well. They have made a good showing here in the state playoffs so far.
Never too early to talk football, high school football. You're from the Northeast Pennsylvania NPF network. Let's talk about the classification. There's been some debate. It's in control of the PIAA. They're talking about 6 classes now. What do you know about that? How far do you think they can get with it?
Well, they had a first reading for the committee, the steering committee that does the football decisions. They have to get it through that part of the process before it goes to the PIAA directors then. The Coaches Association gave their stamp of approval. It's the best idea, but again, politics sometimes get in the way, and Western Pennsylvania is going to have to put their stamp on it. Of course, they have these big games they play at Heinz Field. I think eventually it's going to happen. Whether it's going to happen for the next cycle or not, we'll find out in the next month or so, but I think it's got a good shot.
And that could benefit some of the schools in District 2, but, in some it just remains the same. Chris, thanks for joining us. Enjoy the second half.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
Score at halftime once again. The Spartans of Mid-Valley lead Columbia 27-19. When Doug and I come back, we'll have some highlights from the first half.
We are back at the Mecca Marks Hall in Pottsville. Spartans lead the Crimson Tide by 8. Bob Doug Walsh courtside here at the Mecca. And Doug, let's talk about Mid-Valley's first half. Shot the ball, seems pretty well, 10 of 20. Got the offensive rebounds. Right now, seemingly they are in control of this game.
Well, they're controlling the game defensively, Bob. Columbia is working real hard for everything that they can get. They do have a few offensive rebounds and putbacks, but you're going to have to live with that because that's Columbia's bread and butter. On the other side of the floor, the defensive rebounding for Mid-Valley is outstanding. They've got 9 defensive rebounds to Columbia's 2, and Mid-Valley is beating Columbia at the offensive glass. Now you see the aggressive. You can run off your defense, and that's what Mo Blackwell does there. He's strong going to the hole. Now you see Kenny. He knows he's got Kalinowski on the left side. He draws the double team, and that's his only basket of the half, but it came at a crucial time. Kalinowski. Now you see Kenny. They said, let's take over the game. Nobody can stop you. Nice spin dribble on the baseline. Uses the glass. And then late in the half, he takes the ball to the basket. Strong with it, through the contact, off the glass. And the old-fashioned three-point play, which they needed because Columbia was on a run at that time.
So Blackwell has 6 points, Kalinowski 3, Kenny 14, Wood has 2, and Noah Tanner has 2 free throws. On the other side, leading scorer Derek Sheckert, just 6 points. He averages 13 points per game. He likes to move around. They've done a nice job defensively on him.
Yeah, credit Brad Kalinowski and Noah Tanner for driving him crazy on the defensive end. And it's kind of taken him out of his game offensively as well too. And he's getting a little frustrated on the defensive end, Bobby, as you saw the pushing and the shoving with Jason Kenny. And, he's a little out of sorts. And credit Mid-Valley's defense for that.
Talking at halftime about some other District 2 teams playing. Honesdale girls playing very well. They're leading tonight. And the Abingtonites boys are still in it, and they're losing tonight to LaSalle. On the other side of the bracket, we talked about Loyal Sox beating Minersville by 24 at halftime. No word on North and Trinity.
And Loyal Sox, a great team. So is Trinity. I don't know much about Mastery Charter, but Trinity and Loyal Sox certainly are a class above everybody else.
So third quarter underway, goes over to the Spartans of Mid-Valley. They're in the blue and white visitor team tonight. Inside Blackwell.
Very important for Columbia to get off to a good start here to start the third quarter.
Some contact there, nothing called. Not really a lot of fouls called in the first quarter. Second quarter, Columbia picked up a bunch.
Yeah,
Hartman inside, turn around. He has 4.
They have to be a little bit more aggressive at both ends of the floor, Columbia.
So now they're within 6. They trailed by as much as 10 in that first half.
Good penetration by Kenny, set up Nemitz.
And Kenny got to go to the line again. He's made a living there tonight so far. Yep, foul's going to go against Warfel, his second, so Kenny will head to the Ford free throw line to shoot 2 more. Currently 4 for 4 on the evening.
Bob, Jason Kenny getting a load of offensive rebounds. And when you get offensive rebounds, you get easy baskets and you get to the foul line. That's 5 for 5 for him from the line.
Yeah, coming in, he's 77% shooter. He's gone to the Ford free throw line this year 142 times, not counting tonight. And as we jinx it, well, you have to miss sooner or later. 15 for Kenny. Nice cut by Halterman.
Yeah, nice give and go by Hartman to Halterman.
The H&H connection.
Blackwell turned his head on the defensive end.
Sheckard back on Kenny, number 2.
Sooner or later, it's going to have to go into the post to Kenny.
Switch on the defense now. Kenny in, wanted to foul, threw it up, and it goes out of bounds. So a turnover for Mid-Valley. Chance for Columbia to cut into the lead.
Yeah, good strong move by Kenny. Walton got his hand in there. Forced the turnover. Looks like they're trying to get Austin Hartman the ball down low.
Columbia opened the season losing to West Perry December 5th, and put a bunch of wins together after that. Good spot by Hartman from Sheckard. Mike Abdul wants a quick timeout. Crip tied within 3. Full timeout will stay right here. And what more can you say about Mike Abda? His 5th season here, 1st district championship. Last year they made a little bit of a run. He's played some. He's been around a long time. Very good coach.
Yeah, he does a great job here building the program. You know, they were doormats for years, Mid-Valley, until Mike came along and started the program from ground floor, 7th, 8th, 9th grade. We said Jack Kelly, Bobby Galley, Jerry Dempsey. If you surround yourself with good people, you're going to have a successful program, and that's what he's done. And he's got the kids to believe, too. You know, years ago, they never thought that they could win. Now they're believers. Now they can't wait to get out here and play, and they play with confidence.
What adjustments have you seen so far now from the Tide coming out of halftime?
Well, certainly Columbia's playing a little bit more aggressive, and they're taking the ball to the basket, off the dribble, hard, and they're finding, it looks as though they're trying to find Austin Hartman. They picked up their defensive intensity as well.
This is the closest Columbia has been since the 154 mark of the first quarter when it was 8-6. Mid-Valley. They were tied at 2 briefly early on. Saw Columbia make a little run towards the end of the half, but Mid-Valley answered. Blackwell, little turnaround, good.
Kenny was trying to get the ball into Blackwell and couldn't do it. Chris Foley finally found him. Blackwell can score.
Going right through the legs of Blackwell as Halterman tried to thread the needle.
Much better help defense that time by Mid-Valley. Stepping in to the lane.
Kalinowski to Blackwell.
Good job by Kalinowski. Reading the defense, the help came over. He saw Blackwell cutting to the basket.
No foul, Walton in.
Chris Foley with the block.
Block. Going to go against Hartman. Got in the way of Kenny. Columbia fans are not happy with that.
I just see it again. They thought the arm came out. Let's see. I think that's a block, don't you? I think that's a block.
He was moving. I think so.
Yeah.
Both guys have used the arm tonight. That may be a charge.
Yeah. They saw that coming. Kenny Halterman saw that coming from as soon as they took the ball out of bounds.
I saw it from the angle I was at is when Halterman stepped in. He got there way before Kenny did.
Yeah. That one you could see coming a mile away. Now look at if you're on the sideline, you got an offensive foul on each team, so the pot's right.
Yeah, that's right. This is Hess into the game to start. In the second half, he comes in, a little spinning in for Jack Hess, the junior, averages 6 points per game, giving him some good minutes off the bench.
Again, they got to get some help on that drive. Somebody's got to slide over.
Double team on Blackwell.
They don't want Blackwell to post up and beat them.
Chris Foley. Kalinowski with the good hands.
Kalinowski out of nowhere. He's having a game. Does the little things. Johnny on the spot. You need him, he's there.
Sophomore with 5 points. Checkered in. Going the other way. Blackwell with the foul. And with that, the Spartans get that lead back up to 7. Timeout on the floor. Mid-Valley back in control. Katrina's is a proud sponsor of Mid-Valley Basketball. Come enjoy our breakfast special Tuesday to Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Only $2.50. Every Thursday night is pasta night, $5.99. Bread and salad included. We also offer on and off site catering. Check us out for our Lent specials or find us on Facebook. Bye-bye, Doug Walsh, courtside at the Mecca Marks Hall. Class AA playoffs, PIAA version. Road to Hershey will continue. Winner will play Conwell Egan Saturday. Jason Kenny, no good.
Matt Johns put Walton now on Kenny. The Sheckard picked up his third.
Columbia had it within 3 before Mid-Valley and Blackwell put back-to-back baskets together. Nemitz downtown, got it! Zach Nemitz for 3, 58th of the season, his first points of the game.
Zach Nemitz spot up. Kenny saw him, knew he was there the whole time, drew the defense.
Just like that, lead spreads to 10. Walton in. Gonna go to the free throw line.
Kalinowski, a little bump on the shot. There it is again, the drive. Kalinowski, yeah, he got him on the shoulder there. Just enough so he couldn't finish. Good foul, make him make the 2 foul shots.
Yeah, Walton goes to the line. He shoots 72% on the year. This is the first. Columbia comes in off a win over Parkway Center City, 49-47. In that game, Walton had 12. He is at the Ford free throw line. And he gets the second. So he has 5, does Justin Walton.
Now, if you're Mid-Valley, you want to take your time, be patient. Try to get Blackwell down low or Kenny on the drive. Run their high post cuts off Crisafulli.
Derek Shecker, leading scorer, taking a breather for Columbia. Nemitz feeling it. Back of the rim. Gets his own rebound. Textbook basketball from Zach Nemitz. Blackwell, triple team, in. Gonna go the other way. Call for the offensive foul on the hook.
Mike Abda looking at disbelief.
Yeah.
Blackwell with the hook.
Referees again out of District 4. So Columbia looking to cut into the Spartans' lead one more time.
1-4 high set.
Halterman, that will get you going. 2 threes for Kenny Halterman. 8 points on the night.
Most of Columbia's offense starts on the perimeter. If they can drive it, they'll drive it, but if not, they'll try to screen for a perimeter jumper.
Kenny gets a screen from Blackwell. Nothing there. Blackwell posting up the smaller Walton. Gets it in and he'll get fouled.
Boy, Roman Crisafulli does a nice job. He gets the ball in the high post. You'll see it here. Immediately turns and tries to get the ball to Blackwell. A great two-man game. Looks like they've been doing that for years. Blackwell uses good positioning down there.
Halterman picks up the foul. That's his second. Team's 4th here as Blackwell to the Ford free throw line. Back of the rim. Blackwell shoots 62% from the Ford free throw line. Has 10 points so far. Second leading scorer on the team. That's about his average. Make it 11.
Noah Tanner doing a good job keeping Walton away from the ball. Sheckard on the bench, they're taking them out of their offense a little bit. They need Walton to run the show.
Hartman in. He's going to go to the Ford free throw line. Nice drive by him, by Gabda. Want a different call.
Here you see it again, the strong move. Guess Danny Wood got his hand in there and fouled him.
Second on Blackwell. Halterman to the line.
Hartman shoots 65% from the line.
Hartman, excuse me.
Mike Abda doing a good job resting his players. 57 seconds left to go in the third. Blackwell will probably sit for the rest of the third and then come back in the fourth.
Makes one. 6-point lead for Mid-Valley. We're under a minute to play in the third quarter.
You know, Bob, Columbia just hanging around. Mid-Valley playing a better game than Columbia, but it's only 6 points. This is how the Columbia does it.
They've had some close games this season, no doubt.
Looks like Mid-Valley playing for the last one. He got picked at half court. Walton.
Oh, bad foul from Nemitz. Should have probably let him go. Walton puts it in.
Wow, great defense by Walton. Picked him at half court. And yeah, you're right. Better serve to let him go and let the basket count. This could cut it to 3. And it does.
And it does. Back to a 3-point lead for Mid-Valley. Under 30 seconds to play.
Probably going to try to free up Nemitz for a 3 or post up Kenny.
7-1 run for the Crimson Tide. They're within 3. Nemitz in the corner. Tough rebound. No one can get it. 3 are in the books at Marks Hall. Columbia Crimson Tide storming back. Mid-Valley, though, still has the lead. It'll be an exciting fourth quarter here on MyTV when we return. Junior's Convenience Store in Troop, open every day at 5 a.m., serving breakfast all day. Daily special foot-long hoagie, sofa, and chips, only $5.99 plus tax. Junior's Convenience Store. Back at Pottsville, Bye-bye, Doug Walsh. Columbia making a run, Doug, towards the end of the third quarter with Scheckert with 3 fouls. Scheckert on the bench.
Yeah, he's back in the game now. You got to go with him now.
This is Columbia's MO this year. They hang around and hang around. 2-point win the other night.
You know, you watch this game, Bob, and Mid-Valley's playing very well. They're outplaying Columbia, and you look up at the score and you think, holy gosh, it's only a 3-point game.
Pashner couldn't get it to go. He's giving him some strong time off the bench for Columbia. So now Mid-Valley slows it down. Heard Mike Abda say we have to hold on to the ball.
The pace is a little bit slower this second half. I don't know if that's to Mid-Valley's advantage or not. I don't think it is. I think they'd like to play a little faster.
Kalinowski, a little pump fake. Blackwell, no good. Here comes Scheckert.
Mo Blackwell trying to draw the foul, couldn't do it.
Big board, Danny Wood. Kenny just going to go straight in.
Boy, tough shot, almost fell.
Halterman and no foul. Kind of sporadic play from both teams. Big 3 downtown, Kenny Halterman, and we're tied at 38.
Boy, he can shoot. He took his time, sidestepped the defender, got his feet set.
He has 11. 3 of those are from downtown. Last time we were tied, early first quarter.
Mid-Valley playing a little bit more tentative now, Bob, on the offensive end this second half.
Mike Abda saw that. He wants a timeout.
Yeah, 30-second timeout.
30-second, we'll stay right here.
Yeah, he wants to talk it over, get his kids settled down a little bit. They're playing a little bit nervous now. They're playing a little bit scared. All the momentum's going Columbia's way. I want to get back to their game plan, maybe take the ball to the basket, maybe try to post up Blackwell.
It's been Mid-Valley's pace, and for the most part, their game. Had a lead of 10 a couple times throughout this contest. But give Columbia a lot of credit that it hung in there, and Mid-Valley got a little sloppy with the ball, Doug.
Yeah, you know, we said this in the opening, Bob. They're gritty. They never quit. They think that they're in the game no matter what the score is, and they've proven that. Their defense has got them back in it. They're pushing the ball up the floor. They're driving the ball to the basket. They're taking the ball right at Mid-Valley, not backing down, not playing scared. It seems as though Mid-Valley is playing a little bit more tentative now.
Columbia has outscored Mid-Valley this second half 19-9.
Trying to post up Blackwell, but they're getting good help defense from the weak side.
Kenny in, a little strong off the board. Boy, give Columbia a lot of credit on the boards now. They were getting out rebounded in that first half as well.
You're right, Bob. They're getting all the defensive rebounds now.
Walton's going to be called underneath for Columbia. His first foul. That should be the 5th against Columbia.
Yeah, both teams have 5 fouls against them. 5.5 to go in the ball game. You know, Bob, we said coming in, both teams are about the same. They have 4 seniors. They both have 4 seniors. They both shoot the perimeter 3 once in a while. They both offensive rebound. We anticipated a tight game, and sure enough, 5 to go. It's tied 38.
In, Wood blocked away, no good.
The golden opportunity missed there.
Walton in. Pashner misses.
Both teams can't find the basket.
Pressure in the PIAA playoffs. Under 5 to play in the game. Tied at 38. Mike Gabda calling out the plays.
Yeah, he wants 3. 3 guys rotating around Danny Wood on the high post. Credit Columbia with good defense in the second half. They're taking them out a little bit further than they're used to, Mid-Valley.
Columbia just seems a little more quicker on the defensive side this half. Knocked away. Tide. Shecker will take it all the way in, and he'll be on the foul. No, they're going to call a walk. I think that was the correct call, too.
Boy. Kenny Halterman on the defensive end got his hand in there.
Here, look at it again.
Right here, see what we got.
Because their travel was before that.
Fans of Columbia don't like it. I think it might have been a good block anyway.
Chris Foley back in for Mid-Valley, along with Noah Tanner. And he has it. They're going to call, going the other way. A charge on Jason Kenny.
There you see it again.
Our last timeout. And we'll take it. 3:45 in the game. We're tied at 38. You don't want to leave the station now. It's going to be a doozy till the end.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV, WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
Back at the Mecca, Marts Hall. Coming to the end here of the PIAA Class AA second round game between Columbia and Mid-Valley. If you're just joining us, Spartans had a 10-point lead. Columbia has battled all the way back to tied at 38 at the end of 3. Both teams have come out a little tight here in quarter number 4. Kashner inside, no good. And they've also missed some easy layups.
Yeah, Columbia, they could be up 6 or 8 points if they made their chip shots. They're playing good on the offensive end. 2-man game, pick and rolls, give and goes.
Jason Kenny, that third quarter, in the third, only has 1 field goal in the second half.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They put Walton on him in the second half because Sheckard had foul trouble. He's giving them fits. They got to push out front. Still not bonus, so they'll be taking the ball out of bounds underneath.
Walton's second foul. Both teams now with 6, so they'll be shooting free throws on the next one. Kenny only had that field goal and went 1 from the line in the second half. Kenny downtown, off the mark. No one there for the Spartans.
Well, it's obvious that if Mid-Valley's going down, they're going down with Jason Kenny with the ball in his hands.
Hartman pushing in. Good hands by Blackwell. Crisafulli in, no good, but Kalinowski is the trailer.
Crisafulli lost it on the way up. Kalinowski knew it. Good hustle following the play for the tip in.
Hartman left over briefly. Tries a little baby hook, no good.
Oh, man.
Oh, Kenny, take it away. Easy layup. There, Jason Kenny goes in. Timeout, Columbia.
Wow, what a spurt. There it is, good rebound. Ill-advised pass. Kenny anticipated it. All the way for the deuce, a 4-0 run, has them back up 4.
I was just hoping he wasn't thinking, I'm going to dunk it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that you don't want that. I mean, you get into the excitement of the game.
Yeah, take the 2 points.
Take the 2,
yeah,
right.
Exactly. You get caught in between. You don't jump at the right time. And yeah. Now, if you're Mid-Valley now, you just want to play good, solid defense. Both teams will be shooting 1-on-1 now on the next foul.
Coming up after this playoff game, we'll have the ACC tournament. That will be tonight following this game. Then on Thursday, we're back to ACC basketball, the semifinals on Friday, and then we'll have the ACC championship right here on Saturday. Our next high school telecast, our local telecast, will be some boys lacrosse as Lewisburg takes on Dallas April 2nd at 6 p.m. And that's our schedule upcoming. Boy, the March Madness is in full effect, high school and college level. 2 minutes left in the game.
If you're Mid-Valley, you want to play solid defense and see if you can get a rebound here.
Halterman has 3 of the threes tonight. You have to watch number 24. Sheckard really been taken out of this game. He only has 6 points, and Blackwell's going to be called with a foul. We're going to go have some forward free throws the rest of the way.
Yeah, Walton will go to the line. Shoot 1-on-1. 72% foul shooter. If anybody wants to have in the line, it's Walton.
He's 0 for 1 on the night. 5'9" junior. Hits the first one.
That one looked good. Pretty calm.
8 for him. Made those two look pretty easy. 2-point lead for Mid-Valley. Kenny will handle the ball.
If you're Mid-Valley now, you want to get the ball, something going to the basket.
90 seconds to play.
And certainly you want the ball in this guy's hands as much as he can get it in there. Jason Kenny.
Next foul in Columbia, Mid-Valley will shoot 1-on-1.
Now, you know, if you're Columbia, Roman Crisafulli's in the ball game. He doesn't shoot fouls particularly well. Would you want to foul him? Are they going to try to run the whole clock off? Another minute to go in the game? Run it all the way down? We'll see.
Two very good young coaches going head-to-head. Mike Abda wants to call a 30-second timeout. So we're under a minute to play. Mid-Valley has timeouts left. Columbia has 4.
Now, if you're in the Mid-Valley huddle, you want to get the ball. First of all, secure the ball inbounds. Be strong with it. Maybe Columbia might foul. Maybe they might try to trap a little bit. They might try to 15, 20 seconds, try to trap, try to get the steal, then foul. So you got to make sure you're strong with the ball. No lackadaisical passes. If you get something strong to the basket, you take it. I don't think if you're Mid-Valley, you would take a jumper right now.
Winner will play Conwell Egan, a 51-point win over Mahanoy area. On the other side of the bracket, Loyalsock easily defeated Minersville 61-35.
Blackwell all by himself. He came to meet it.
Kenny just going to run out. They're going to foul him. Walton does it. That'll be a 3 on him, but now Jason Kenny goes to the line. Made a living there tonight.
Yeah.
He's been there 6 times. He's made 5 of 6. Danny Wood back in on defense now.
You got to be careful if the ball gets into Wood's hands too. He doesn't shoot fouls very well.
Kenny strokes it.
He's a cool customer.
18 for Jason Kenny. Averages 21. 2 very good free throws. 4-point lead Mid-Valley.
3/4 court by Mid-Valley, slowing up the pace a little bit. Might have a long rebound now on this shot, so if you're Mid-Valley, you got to box out high.
Sheckard having a tough time handling the ball out front. He gets a nice spin. His first field goal in the second half. Quickly a timeout from Matt Johns in Columbia. They'll take a 30.
Here it is again, the drive to the basket. Good body control. Throws it up nice and soft. Hopefully he'll get the roll, and he did. Now, if you're Columbia, Got a couple subs in the game here, so they're probably going to foul. After 2 or 3 tries to steal the ball, they'll probably foul. I like the substitutions. This way, if in case you do go into overtime, your guys are not in foul trouble. If you're Mid-Valley, you got to get Kenny coming to the ball. Run some screens. Be careful on the inbounds pass. If you have trouble getting it in, call timeout. Don't throw any dangerous passes. When you get it, be strong with the ball.
Congratulations to the Honesdale girls. They beat Marion Mercy tonight, 49-29 in Class AAA. Girls, so congratulations to the Lady Hornets. And there's the foul. Sheckert, who's going to pick it up? Who are they going to? There was 3 guys around. They're going to call it on Sheckert, his 4th.
I think that's the last guy you wanted to have foul. He didn't think he fouled him, but I think the referee anticipated that he was going to foul him. And
offense, defense, substitutions for Mike Abda's team.
31 seconds to go in this ball game, Bob. Like the ACC game today, 1 minute lasted 18 minutes.
We're going to be about there. Kenny, another smooth one.
You know, when you're at the foul line as much as he has been tonight, you made a few, you start to feel confident. You think, not a chance in the world I'm going to miss.
I thought you jinxed him. 20 for Jason Kenny. 2 big ones there, 2 possession lead.
Solid defense and a rebound is what you need for Mid-Valley. Good defense by Kenny outside.
Not sure if you want Halterman with the ball. Hartman spin, no good. Thought he wanted a foul, didn't get it. Quickly, a foul. Did Sheckert do that?
Jared Kashner was a foul.
Nope, it's going to go against Walton. That's his 4th foul.
Still 1-on-1. The next one will be 2 shots, so still hope for Columbia. 4-point deficit with 16 to go.
He's been there 10 times tonight as Jason Kenny. He's made 11 of 12. 10 of 11, excuse me. If he makes this, it'll be 11 of 12. Mike Abda wants a timeout again. Full timeout. We'll stay right here.
Jason Kenny having a ball game. He does not want this season to end. Now, I said in the opening, Bob, he's 36 points away from scoring 1,000. So he's over 20, or he's at 20
now. Yeah, he's at 21
so,
or 20, yep.
So 1 more game. It'd be great if they could win and then win another one and keep going and get a personal milestone as well as a team milestone.
Let's review your keys to the game and see how they've matched up for Mid-Valley. Defensive rebound.
Well, in the first half, they did a great job at it, and they built a 10-point lead. Now, in the second half, they haven't been doing so well at it. They didn't throw the ball into the post as much as I thought they would. Early on, they gave it to Blackwell, and when they did give it to him, they scored. But they've done a nice job, Mid-Valley, crowding the perimeter shooters. Columbia has, what, 2 3-pointers tonight? I don't even.
I have 3.
Yeah,
3 from all from Halterman.
Yeah, yeah, and they ran at him the one time and he sidestepped it. So, yeah, usually they make 8 or 9 out of 15. So Mid-Valley did a good job in that regard.
Making free throws is what you need if you're Mid-Valley, and they've had the guy at the line they want it. Jason Kenny. He's only missed once tonight.
And you want token pressure now if you're Mid-Valley after this make. Token pressure, make them inbound the ball deep, use up some more clock.
I jinxed him.
Man, that doesn't hurt them though. They have to go the full length of the floor.
And it's 2 possession lead. Walton just trying to get in, pushing around. Quickly a timeout. 5 seconds left. Officially on the clock, 6.8. So Walton goes in. Here we'll see it again. And kind of using that left arm.
Great job by Kalinowski not to foul. Hands straight up in the air. You concede those 2 points. Now, if you're Columbia, you've got to try to either get a 5-second call or a steal. And you're going to need a 3 once you do that because you're down 3 points. So it's still not over. Mid-Valley would just want to get the ball. Obviously, you'd like to get the ball into Jason Kenny's hands if possible. Your second choice probably be Zach Nemitz. That's why he's in the ball game. Again, be strong with it when you receive it. Set some good screens. Try to get Kenny coming hard to the baseline. Columbia's been here before, though, so this is not over by any stretch.
No, we've seen this plenty of times.
Probably going to run 2 screens for Kenny.
All they do is throw it up for Kenny, too. 2 guys on him are 5'7" or 5'8".
Yeah, you're right.
And Walton will foul out. He's led the team in scoring tonight with 11. Halterman also has 11.
Now, Bob, they're shooting 2 shots now, which takes a little bit of pressure off Kenny. All he has to do is probably just make 1, and that'll ice it. But if it's a 1-on-1, it's a little bit tougher. Now he's got 2 shots. The pressure's off a little bit.
Mid-Valley, we were tied at 38. Mid-Valley put 2 straight field goals in, took a 4-point lead. And then down the stretch here, they've made pretty much all their foul shots. Missed just 1 as Jason Kenny. He has 21 now.
They had a 4-0 run with 2 great defensive plays, 1 by Kenny and 1 by Mo Blackwell. Little things like that give you, a 4-0 run here and there. All of a sudden, the game's over.
And gets the roll. So things rolling their way. 5-point lead. The Mid-Valley just stay back. And that will do it. Mid-Valley is making school history. They advanced to the PIAA quarterfinals in Class AA. The final score, 49-44. When we come back, we'll talk to the players of the game and head coach Mike Abda. What a game here at the Mecca.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV, WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.
So the Mid-Valley Spartans are moving on to the PIAA Class AA playoffs. They'll take Conwell Egan. That on Saturday, but still want to celebrate here at the Mecca in Marts Hall. Joining me right now is one of our Harry's U-Pullet player of the game, senior Jason Kenny, tied at 38. You make some big free throws down the end. How nerve-wracking was it?
It was pretty nerve-wracking, but we got that timeout. Coach gave us positive words, and I shot poorly from the free throw last game. Practice it and tough moments of practice, and I'm glad I hit them down. I'm glad to go to the third round of states.
What was the difference? They're a scrappy team. They came all the way back. You had a 10-point lead. What was the difference, do you think?
They're a great team, but we just kept our composure. We played defense. We did everything when it counted. We hit our free throws. But credit them. They're a great team.
Making school history, moving on, really means you make a stamp here for your when you leave as a senior.
Yeah, we won the district championship. We made history there. That's all we want to do for the rest of the years, just make history, try to become the first state championship in the school history.
Congratulations. Let's bring your partner in crime, Mo Blackwell, in. And Mo, last time we had you on TV, you put up big points. You put up big points tonight. What was the difference, do you think, against the scrappy Columbia team?
I knew I had to work hard, and I knew I had to knock down some shots because Jay was really the only other one scoring. So I knew I had to do my part.
Making school history, moving on to the third round now. What's it feel like?
Oh, it's huge. It means a lot to us. This is the second time this year we're making history, district championship, and then winning this second state playoff game, so it feels good.
I know it's all for the players right here, but it's also for the players from last year's team when you lost the Constitution. What's it mean from a program standpoint?
Really, yeah, they had a lot to do with this. We did it for them, They worked us every day in practice last year. They're part of this. They're a big part of this.
Well, congratulations. Let's bring your coach in now. Could be Coach of the Year in the state in Class AA, Mike Abda. Boy, you're 38 all. You had a 10-point lead. What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, we were feeling good about ourselves up 10. They were too good of a team. They were well coached, and they were gritty, and they were a very fundamental team. So we knew they were going to go on a run. It got a little too closer than we would have liked, though. I'll admit that. But we grinded it out in the end, just like we've been doing all throughout the playoffs.
What can you say about this senior class?
I love them. Every one of them, they're tough kids. You know, I think they really found themselves. You know, we struggled a little bit in the beginning of the second half of league play, and they just found themselves. You know, they found what won for them and what motivated them, and ever since then, you know, they've been reeling off outstanding games, and I'm just real proud of them.
Good news is you're moving on. The bad news is you're playing Conwell Egan. They beat Mahanoy area tonight by 51 points. But still, you know, you're going to grit it out. You're going to be tough. We don't know where the game's going to be. It could be right here. But what are you going to have to do now to prepare to move on into the third round?
Well, I think when you're talking about Conwell Egan, you know, you always want to reference something. We have Constitution. You know, we played Constitution last year, and it was a 4 or 5 point game going into the fourth. You know, and when we go into games, we don't ever, you know, expect to lose. We expect to win. So we're going to do whatever's in our power to prepare our kids, and our kids are going to give it everything they have, and you know, we're going to see what happens.
Good luck to you and the Spartans.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, let's bring my partner Doug Walsh in, and we went through your threes of the game, but really it's school history here really means a lot for District 2. It shows what kind of basketball we play up in the Scranton Wilkes-Barre area.
Yeah, you know, another step. You know, last year they made their first win in 33 years. Yeah. Now they advanced another. Who knows? Maybe they can make it all the way.
You never know. It's going to be a tough challenge, but you know they'll have to pick it up, and they'll grit it out no matter what happens on Saturday.
What else is good too? They played the team game, and they played it for Jason. He didn't play selfishly, but now he has a chance to score 1,000 points in his career, and he's going to do it. If he can do it, he can do it in 2 years, and they're all happy for the kid. It's fabulous for a team concept and an individual concept.
Bunch of teams moving on in District 2. So that will do it here from Marks Hall in Pottsville for my partner Doug Walsh, for the entire Fox 56 sports crew. What a game here at the Mecca. The final score once again, Mid-Valley's moving on to the PIAA Class AA playoffs. They beat Columbia 49-44.
You're watching a Fox 56 Sports presentation of the Rivalry of the Week on MyTV, WQMY. Brought to you by McCann School of Business and Technology.